What's going on, everybody? I'm coming at you at not a good time in the fish keeping hobby at my sanctuary. I got an issue with one of my fish in my 220 gallon. I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you what I did to find out what I need to do. So we're going to get right to this. I want to get this taken care of right now. It's a electric blue Texas cichlid. And I apologize for the glare. He has been very bloated and lethargic and real slow moving. He goes up and down, but he's really just been in his own little world. And I know the normal him. He chases the Viejas, he'll chase the Jack Dempsey. You can see these guys are even more active now without the blue Texas in the mix. What I did was I took a quick minute to test. That don't look high range. Man, it don't look like it's any of those. And then there's the low range, if I look at the low range, maybe it might be blue. But okay, so the pH doesn't look as high as normal. But I was looking at these nitrates and holy hell. Yeah, it don't take a genius to see that. That is blood red. So we're looking at almost 160 points per million. And I just don't understand. I'm not feeding them crazy. What I believe I need to do is I'm gonna have to do a couple canister filter cleanings. I think I need to check those canister filters and see if they're actually working efficiently, because I think they might be producing all the nitrates for this tank, because I do water changes weekly and there's no reason this level should be this hot. So the ammonia, look at the ammonia. Like, if anyone is in the hobby, you know that that is great. Ammonia, no issue. Nitrite, no issue. Usually not an issue in freshwater. You can get a good look at him right there. He kind of just chills and flaps his fins and sometimes moves around. So I'm going to move him. Let me see if I can get a look at myself and you. So I'm going to move him. He's going to go back into the fish room. So he's going to be my first actual fish that I'm going to bring from the sanctuary to the back for health reasons. Now, I picked up a few things. I've been talking to my buddy Rich, who is actually he's a professional. He's been in the hobby all his life. He's went through the schooling. He's done all this stuff. So he's been messaging me, big water change to get nitrate down, add Epsom salt, 1 ppt per day, up to 3 ppts. If he's in the big tank, you can move him to a smaller, fill half the big tank with water and new water. Sorry with the focus. I'm waiting for him to call me back because we're gonna go through it step by step. But first things first, I'm gonna grab him out of here and we are gonna take a trip. Salt tank. And he is gonna go in one of these 55 gallon. He's gonna go down in this 55. I'm gonna open the canister filter. I'm gonna take one of the sponges out and I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna squeeze it in here, just so I know there's enough bacteria in here for it.
If it was at the zoo, the vets would be injecting with something, an antibiotic. But
they would inject it.
Yeah. Yeah. But you said he doesn't have trouble swimming down. He just seems to be preferring to hang at the top right now.
He prefers to hang up at the top, but then he'll swim and move around, but he just not.
It doesn't look like he's having a hard time getting down.
No, he just ain't paying attention to nobody else. He's just in his own little world.
Yeah. So PPT is the other way of measuring salinity. Instead of using specific gravity, you use parts per thousand. So you don't want to use like aquarium, like synthetic sea salt, because it's got iodine in it. Okay. You would either use Epsom salt or just like aquarium salt, kosher salt kind of thing. You don't want to use iodized table salt either.
Okay.
And parts per thousand basically works out to grams per liter. So there's 454 grams in pounds, and what is it, 3.75 liters to a gallon. So you can do the math to calculate it out.
Mm-hmm.
If you do Epsom salt, you have to use twice as much by weight as what the math says you should, because in the crystals in Epsom salt, half the weight is actually water. Like there's water tied up in each crystal. Okay. So if you use Epsom salt, then just whatever math you do to figure out that grams per liter, you just double it once you get the right number, because half the weight of Epsom salt.
So pretty much transfer 55 gallons to liters, and then do
1 gram for every liter.
1 gram
is 1 part per thousand.
1 gram per liter. Okay, is 1 part per thousand. Okay, 1 gram per liter.
You can find those conversions online to do it really easy.
Okay, I'll definitely. I hurried up and ran to Dollar General and got some Epsom salt real quick.
It's not scented, right? It's plain.
What'd you say?
I said it's not scented.
No, I made sure not to grab the scented one. Yeah.
Yeah,
they did.
Lemon is great to calm you down, but the fish don't necessarily need it.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no lemon. It says 100% just Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate.
All right, great. If you move him over today and you start adding salt, if the ammonia goes up and you need to change water, if you do like a 50%, then you're only going to add a half dose to get back to wherever you were.
Half of the dose. Okay.
So you want to step it up 1 part per thousand every day for 3 days to get it up to 3. You can push it a little faster if you want, if you think he's in really rough shape.
Well, there you have it. So it's only a shot in the dark. There's no guarantees. It's not going to be for sure. At least I'm going to make the effort. Now I really do understand why issues have been happening in this tank. And it's unfortunate that I have to go back to my basics and start testing this tank every week, like in between 3 to 4 days, and maybe even doing a water change. It's unfortunate, but we're gonna have to get on top of this. If I'm gonna have to add more hanging plants in the back to help with the nitrate issue, I gotta do it. The crazy thing is 2 fish have died in this tank already within the last couple months, and the nitrates are still crazy high. Obviously, I gotta step my game up on this tank, or I could potentially lose all my fish. I mean, you've seen the process. You gotta try to do what you can to help your fish. I'm gonna do that every time. I love every one of my fish. Stick with me, guys. Mike Loves Life Aquatics. If you ain't reaching for the stars, why you reaching? I will give you updates. Members only. Make sure you go check it out. The link will be in the description. Go check out my members only, or there should be a join button under my profile. Check it out.